more and more reports are picking up that Tottenham Hotspurs have made an official approach for Victor Osimhen, the striker that plays for Galatasaray in Turkey. It says here, Tottenham have made an initial approach worth up to £55 million for striker Victor Osimhen, 27, but the Turkish champions are looking closer for £65 million for the Nigerian. What is going on here? This is a striker that I've said many times that Barcelona should be targeting. Barca have to get in their heads. They are not going to get Alvarez or Eli Krupi. He's injured. The most best available striker right now for sale is Victor Osimhen. And this guy is a quality player. Now, if Barca are smart here, Barca need to hijack whatever potential deal will happen between Tottenham and Victor Osimhen. We know for a fact that Barca have major pull in the market. If Barca want you, Barca will get you, unless they're also competing with Real Madrid. But they're not. They're not. Barca have to get this striker. The market for strikers right now that are available, top strikers is very, very low. Top clubs do not want to sell their star players or their star striker. Haaland isn't going anywhere. Alvarez isn't going anywhere, etc., etc. So they have to look for the next best guy that's available. And for me, it's Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen is basically tailor-made for Barcelona. And I don't know why I'm not seeing more reports about Barca going for this guy. I think this guy will absolutely suit Barca's system. Absolutely. And if Barca let him go to Tottenham, if Barca don't make an official approach, they're not serious. They're not serious. It comes to a point where cut your losses with Alvarez and go for the next best thing that's available, and that's Victor Osimhen. Let's do a breakdown here of Victor Osimhen's stats for last year. This guy played 22 games in the Turkish league. He scored 15 goals and he made 5 assists. Bear in mind, he also had 19 starts as well in the league. These are pretty good stats for a striker as of current. These are good stats. These are good goal scoring stats and good assists for a striker for 22 appearances and 19 starts. So he scores goals, he's quality. And I want to delve even deeper into Victor's key strengths here. This site here says that Victor's key strengths are high pressing, penalty taking, positioning. Exactly the kind of features that Barca need in that system. You need a striker that will score goals, that is in the right place in the right time, and Victor is that guy. Now, I've watched Victor at Napoli. I've seen some matches of him play for Galatasaray. He's a very traditional good striker. Tall, strong, instinctive, wants the ball, will score, scores great goals in the box, outside the box. This guy's pretty good. Also, he can head the ball very well. He's kind of two-footed, in my opinion, can score on the left foot as well as the right foot as well. And it just makes sense. It makes sense for Barca to go for a player like this. We can just say that passing and ball control are Victor's key weaknesses. Now, you may call that, oh, that's bad. Barca are our passing team, La Masia, passing, touch, move. But he's a striker. He's not a midfielder. Now, if he was a midfielder and passing and ball control were key issues for him, okay, that would make more sense. But for a striker, passing shouldn't be something you should worry about from a striker. As long as you can pass the ball to a decent extent to another player, etc., etc. Basically, all players should pass the ball. Now, they're saying here, like, let's say key passes, through balls. What is a striker? That's not his job. That's not his job. And every professional footballer can pass the ball. It's something you're taught as a kid, right? So I don't think passing should be a factor in not buying Victor Osimhen. I get that Barca are a passing team, keeping the ball, possession, 1-2 touches, one touch, but he's a striker. His main goals should be to score goals in the nets, not try and play like Xavi and Iniesta. He's not a midfielder. Ball control as well. Once again, every professional player has a degree of ball control. Yes, his ball control may not be as great as, let's say, Pedri, who's pretty good at ball control, right? Or someone like Modric, who's great at ball control. But then again, those guys are midfielders. Those guys are midfielders. You cannot expect a striker to have midfield attributes. Passing and ball control are key attributes for midfielders. So the weaknesses here for a striker, in my opinion, are near non-existent. He's giving you high pressing. He's giving you goals. He's giving you great penalty taken and great positioning. And these are key features that strikers need, particularly high pressing and positioning, cutting the lines, attacking defenders, hunting for the goal, hunting after defenders. And this guy, Victor, offers that kind of attributes. He's a traditional striker, number 9 in its truest sense. And I just don't get why Barcelona are not taking him seriously. Barca need a striker. They're not too keen on what's his name? The guy who scored the World Cup final goal a couple weeks ago. I forgot his name. I'm pretty tired. They're not too keen on him for some reason. And I do understand. I've watched a few games. He does miss quite easy goals, etc., etc. So why are they not going after Victor Osimhen? Now, I'm going to say this right now. It looks like Galatasaray are asking or want 75 million euros. Barca can afford that. Barca would have been willing to pay at least 100 million euros for Alvarez, for Julian Alvarez. But it's not happening. So if they have 100 million euros for Victor Alvarez, they damn sure can cough up 75 million euros for Victor Osimhen. They damn sure can cough up 75 million euros to bring a striker of his quality before Tottenham gets him. And Tottenham have money. It's the Premier League. Premier League has the most revenue, most TV rights. They have money, these clubs in England. So the question is, Tottenham are making moves for Victor Osimhen. What are Barca doing? Barca need a striker of this quality. Him in the middle, Yamal on the right, Adeyemi or Gordon or Rafinha on the left. That's a pretty strong front three. And Victor is a hungry striker. I've seen Victor Osimhen. This guy can press. This guy wants the ball. This guy scores goal. This guy is in the right place at the right time for key goals. You need a player like this. You honestly need a player like Victor Osimhen. And I just don't know why Barca are not after him. It's simple. Make the deal. Look at your team, and you see that Victor is a key piece. Could be a key piece to the Barca puzzle. Victor could be a key piece to the Barca puzzle. Tottenham are making moves. Tottenham see the value in Victor Osimhen. The question is, why don't Barca see the value in this guy? This guy should be ringing bells. Okay, Victor could be an alternative to Eli Krupi or to Julian Alvarez. The striker market is so scarce right now. Top clubs are not going to sell their top strikers. And smaller clubs that have good strikers, they want a lot of money for their strikers. Like, for example, before Eli Krupi got injured, I guarantee you that Bournemouth would probably have asked for £100 million for that player. Right? Inflation for players right now is through the roof. And it looks like Galatasaray are not going to push for 100 million for Victor Osimhen or something crazy like 120 million. 75 million seems to be the ballpark. Barca can afford that. This is a premium player. There isn't a lot of strikers out there like Victor Osimhen. If Barca want to compete, especially how Barca want to win that elusive Champions League trophy that's not been in their hands for 12 years. Barca really want to win that Champions League trophy. And, getting a striker like Victor Osimhen, who's a big game player. We've seen him play against big teams in Serie A, etc., etc. He's a big game player. He scores vital goals. He's hungry, hardly ever injured. This is the guy that Barca need. And the question is, why are Barca not after him? Now, before Tottenham make any more headways, Barca need to get serious and go after a player like him. And I feel like if Barca want this guy, they'll get him. Victor is definitely choosing Barca over Tottenham. And that's no disrespect to Tottenham, but come on, it's Barcelona. If Barcelona wants you, Barcelona will get you. Barca have history, heritage, iconic club. Victor would love to play for Barcelona. Let me know what your thoughts in the comment sections are. Subscribe to the channel. Share this match day here. Thanks for watching. Peace.